Welcome back. Welcome back. I told you I'll be back in no time. Shout out to all my sponsors at Halo. Thank you so much for all your support. I appreciate you. Let's get into it. Since I'm still on the road and we have limited bandwidth for any kind of scenario. We'll be back to the show very soon, I promise. But welcome back. All right, do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and turn up your notifications as you're coming live. All right, the first thing I want to talk about today is Sowore returns home after 5 years locked abroad. His first words, "We amaze you." Let me see if I can find this video really quickly. There's a quick lesson I wanted to extract out of it. All right, we have it here. Let's go to it.
A homecoming tonight in New Jersey for a journalist who was detained in Nigeria for nearly 5 years. This is a story we've covered since he was first arrested. And tonight he spoke only to CBS 2's Derek Waller about how he thought he was going to die behind bars.
How does it feel to be home?
I can't even describe it because I never thought I would make it back here.
Nigerian-American journalist Yele Sowore, arrested on charges of treason in 2019, set free on bond, only to be kidnapped in that same courtroom. Tonight, reunited with his wife and 2 children in the Bergen County borough of Haworth, in front of this standing room only crowd. Why is the Nigerian government so afraid of you?
I think my biggest offense is establishing a media company that exposes corruption. Because corruption is Nigeria's biggest problem.
The founder of SaharaReporters.com brought home with help from Congressman Josh Gottheimer.
Can't wait to you to come home and so we can have a slice of pizza because I know that's what I would miss most if I were away. So we got you a pie. I promised you a pie.
His office putting pressure on Nigerian officials and the U.S. State Department, helping with Sowore's green card.
After you travel for a year without coming here, you lose it. So it wouldn't have been easy had he not been involved.
His wife, Opiyami, also instrumental, appearing on CBS 2 multiple times over the years and organizing this yellow ribbon campaign, one for each day her husband was wrongfully detained.
Yele, we love you. We're so happy that you're home safely. We're going to do a bonfire tonight and take your passport.
Are you going to burn that passport?
Well, my wife might burn the passport, but you can't burn the will to make Nigeria become a democratic, a successful and prosperous society. So,
will you ever go back?
I will. There's no going back on making Nigeria a better country.
And sadly, the number of journalists around the world being wrongfully detained is on the rise. With authoritarian regimes in places like Russia, Iran, China, Turkey, cracking down on something that, frankly, many Americans take for granted: freedom.
All right, so let's talk about that really quickly. Why am I bringing this up? I thought the wife was quite inspiring. If you don't know who Sowore is, Sowore is still the editor, the publisher of Sahara Reporters. It's a journalist, out of New York City, and it's also a friend to my uncle, who we run Sharpest News TV together. All right, so let's talk about this really quickly. The wife, she's a special person. Okay, has to, whatever they have together has got to be a special thing. Looking from the outside in, of course, we don't know them like that, right? But this guy was locked down in Nigeria. They seized his passport. He was arrested. He could have lost his life, okay? Because there are people, the journalists like that have lost their lives, especially when they're charging treasonable charges, all this kind of craziness, in a society where political powers they don't yield to law like that, not like it in the Western world, right? So he's a very lucky man. He made it back to New York, New Jersey safely. But I find it quite interesting that she was still joking around. She was joking, by the way, that she's going to burn the passport. That sounded like a joke, but that also is funny because there's some level of truth to what she's trying to express there, that we don't want him to go again as a family. So imagine I think he has teenage children. Imagine how much they've grown in 5 years. Now, some people might look at the wife and say, oh yeah, look at your mate. That's one wife who waited for 5 years. Baba, don't be comparing your partner. Don't do that to yourself, okay? In fact, the moment you do that, you shoot yourself on the legs, okay? Either you're a man or a woman. The moment you start comparing, see your mates. The moment you start doing things like see your mates, don't you see your mate? You might even have a good reason to do it, but it's a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. In fact, let me play this video for you, a video that I reacted to earlier on TikTok today. That can probably put some justice on this. Oh, interesting. The video did not do well, but let's just look at it. Let me show this video for you.
I will go to work, come back from my night. In Nigeria, you're going to tell me to do that? Here, I will still make you breakfast, still make you lunch, still make you dinner. If I'm in Nigeria, you're going to help people to sweep the house. You cannot help. Don't tell my children. You don't. I don't have my children. So don't tell children. If children. You want me to come and do what you want? You have a plan B. You have a plan now. You have a plan B. That's why you said you have the God to tell me to hurry up. You are telling me to hurry up. Yes. I'll go hurry up. You go try that your plan B. Make this out to be. You go try that your plan B. No worry. Let me go grab it. Yes, get out.
She said, "You're not useful to me. You're not useful." Right now, obviously, we don't know what happened there. Obviously, he probably is in a lot of wrongs. But the lesson I want to extract out of this is when she starts to say, "You're not useful to me." Let's keep going.
To make fish, you cannot make. Cook rice, you cannot cook rice. Every little thing.
She said, "Cook rice, you cannot cook rice. Make fish, you cannot make fish." Okay, now, her reasons for saying these things, essentially being disrespectful. Okay, not being disrespectful. Having lost all types of respect for her husband. Okay, there's a difference. There's a difference between somebody that has lost respect for her husband and somebody that's just been disrespectful. Now, I'm not disagreeing that she's been disrespectful. I just don't know what happened before they got into this place, right? But bottom line is that this woman does not have any respect for that man. Let's keep going.
They say do, you cannot do. Every time you are complaining.
She says they say do, you cannot do. Every time that you're complaining.
You carry title ship all the way from Nigeria. You come to Canada with title ship.
She carried title ship from Canada. It might be a skit, by the way. I don't know, because I was actually asking who recorded the video. I feel like I might have seen them. I'm not sure, but anyway, this happens in real life, right? And she said, "You brought that title ship to." It sound like Igbo people, people care about title ship in Nigeria. I guess it is what it is. Let's keep going.
You don't support your wife. Are you not looking at your mate?
Okay, that part. Are you not looking at your mate? Do everything in your partner. Do everything in your power to never say that to your partner, either woman or man. Okay? Because whatever is happening in that moment, these two shall last. These two shall pass, right? Whatever is happening in that moment is probably not going to last a lifetime. And you're going to end up, that's going to continue to be your husband, your wife. Don't do that. Even if you have a good reason. For example, case in point, you have a Sowore's wife who waited for the husband for 5 years, not knowing what's going to happen. She might have warned him, please don't engage in politics. Please don't. She might have done things like that, but you never hear a single day that she came out to say anything like that. That is, number one, a testament to the type of relationship they had before. It must have been healthy. Okay, so don't just throw jabs at your partner without knowing what kind of work that whoever you're comparing them to, you don't know what kind of work has gone into that relationship. Okay, and if you don't know, the best thing you can do is to just chill and try to understand what's going on. Engage your active listening skills. Be patient with yourself, because again, remember, these two shall pass. That's true across the board. So why would you want to take this moment and destroy the ego, destroy whatever it is that attracted you to this man, to this woman? You're going to destroy their self-esteem just because you're hurt in that moment in time. It's a bad idea. The point of this short clips here is, number one, congratulations to Sowore. Number two, do not compare your partner to other people. It's bad habits. It's a testament to your lack of skills, and you're probably, it's a bad idea altogether. It's not a good idea to do that. All right. Somebody said, well, I support his wife. She tried. Aha. So that's when people say she tried, right? Nigeria politics is nobody's mate. It is not for the faint-hearted. All right. So that type of woman has to be a warrior in her own right, besides obviously a warrior of a man, right? It's a miracle that she hasn't lost her husband. I don't blame her. If you be the wife, we don't miss doking, you go talk past waiting she talk. You see, they're already starting to compare. So if this person has a wife at home, they would have a tendency to compare their wife to Sowore's wife. Listen, your wife is your wife. That's who you attracted. You better know how to nurture that relationship. If you don't, you know now. You know, if you don't, you go collect.
Sorry.
The point being, be careful when you compare your wife to other people, or you compare your husband, your romantic partner. The result of it is always negative. It always backfires. It's not going to be what you want. You're not going to generate the result you're looking for. You're going to generate precisely the opposite of the result you're looking for. But let me know your thoughts about this. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you can be notified whenever we go live. Let me know what you think, right? If this was you, would you wait for your husband? And if you would, what are the conditions? Somebody said it doesn't have to be conditional. It's not conditional, Baba. It's conditional. Okay, the human beings are not capable of unconditional love outside of God. Listen to what I just said. Human beings are not capable of unconditional love. I didn't say man or woman. Human beings are not capable of unconditional love outside of God. But nonetheless, let me know what your thoughts are. I'll see you in about 20 seconds.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.